just go have a blast. And
Why
and
else
so
are
I
you doing
don't.
shit?
Yeah, exactly. And I see there's so many Instagram, young Instagram people that are flying all kinds of airplanes, Christian Eagles and stuff, and decathlons, and they're not going to contests. I'm like, why are they not? Like, what is it about the competition scene that, Mark, you can answer the question too. Like, is it time? Is it?
All right. So that was a clip from the Fly Cool Shit podcast with Mark Pollard and Jeff Petroselli, and they were talking with Mike Goulian, who, if you don't know, Mike Goulian's was a competition aerobatic pilot, now a airshow pilot. But he brought up a good point that, competitions aren't, apparently what they used to be. And I didn't know much about competitions before. Hearing him talk about them and, having some friends who compete, it definitely makes us want to get into it, so. Mike Goulian has no idea who I am, and he wasn't calling me out. It just was a coincidence that he called, out young pilots who post pictures with their airplanes and stuff, but don't go to competitions and whatnot. It just so happened that he mentioned, the plane that I fly. He's right. I think we should all compete and try and grow the sport. So what I did first is I ordered Mike's books. The other one's coming. This is the advanced one, and there's the basic one. I'm going to read that, and got better aerobatics. I'm about halfway through this one, going through, trying to learn all the competition stuff. But I guess the goal of this whole thing is to just try and get better and understand how the competition side of flying works. Like you brought up the point that, you wonder why people don't compete. And I guess there's no real, excuse. I think a lot of people, one, it's a time and money commitment, which, makes sense, that some people can't do it. And it's hard. And, when you only get to fly so often, I think a lot of us just want to go out and have fun with our friends and stuff. And so that's kind of what we've been doing, out here, is just learning new maneuvers, flying, practicing, getting better, just going, having fun instead of trying to commit to a sequence and everything else. And I've flown a bunch of sequences before just for practice, just to kind of see what they're all about. So I'm not blind to it, but I've never really taken it serious. So after hearing this, I went home and printed off a bunch of them, and I was talking to my original mentor when we first started flying aerobatics, and he was telling me, he's like, hey, start with the basics. We have a competition coming up at the end of the month. He's like, go in, try and do sportsman, and this would be my first contest. So we're going to, for the next 2-3 weeks, just hit sportsman super hard. And did a bunch of reading, watch a bunch of videos on YouTube of pilots who are significantly better than I am. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go out, keep notes, see if we can improve, try and perfect these sequences, and see how we do. We'll just go fuel up and go fly.
Traffic, 17 Quebec, left base 23, coming.
Valley eastbound 3,500.
Low 2,000, temperature 17 Celsius, dew point 6, altimeter 3008.
Alright, it's 17 degrees Celsius. What we're going to do is I'm going to climb up to about 5,000, do some simple checks, make sure everything is running correctly.
And 118.
1,500 feet is the lowest you can go. So if we start at 4,000,
Yeah, we'll pause.
we will we'll keep an eye on that, make sure I don't go any lower than that. Alright, so 4,000 is what we're going to shoot for. We'll see once we get down there. And then we'll RDEC 3,000. We'll see how it goes. Alright, line.
Cable traffic, this is Cessna 26 Golf, 210 entering crosswind for 24, cable.
Garbage. Alright, 70.
Traffic Cessna 113, turning left base for simulated power off for runway 2300.
Loaded.
Traffic, mall 703 over the lake, 2,500.
Hammond traffic, 17 Quebec, left crosswind 23, Hammond.
Traffic, Cessna 26 Golf, turning downwind for 24, cable.
No traffic Cessna 113, short final.
Speed. Wait, I'm heading.
Hammond traffic, 17 Quebec,
1, 2,
Hammond.
1. One, two. One.
Hammond traffic Cessna 113 on the go, runway 23, left close traffic, Hammond.
Get close to that hard deck.
Cable traffic, Cessna 26 Golf, turning base for 24, cable.
Traffic Cessna 113, turning left crosswind, runway 23, Hammond.
Golf, turning final for 24, cable.
Hammond traffic, 17 Quebec, left base 23.
Alright. Drop down to 3,200. Not sure where it started. It was below 4,000. I'll have to double check that. Brash.
Hammond traffic Cessna 113, turning left downwind for runway 23, Hammond.
Brash. Alright, let's come up. Try it again. That line. Alright, there we go. Alright. Now here we go.
Hammond traffic, 17 Quebec, left base, left crosswind.
Alright, 180, 3,800 going.
Hammond traffic Cessna 113, short final, runway 23.
Vanilla loop. Quick snaps, or drop 200 on it. Drop 200 on the loop. One, two.
Hammond traffic, motor glider,
One.
Tango, 5 miles north.
Alright, I'm
Left crosswind for runway 23 at Hammond.
trying to climb here. There it is. 4,400, try and maintain, get some speed. Alright, up that.
Status, left base final, 23, Hammond.
on that pole.
Yes, traffic 5 Xterra departing to north cable.
Right triangle thing.
Traffic, 703 over the lake for landing inbound.
Got him energy.
Traffic, Cessna 113.
To be short.
For runway 23, have it.
Hammond traffic, 17 Quebec, left base, 23. Hammond.
Good energy there into the hammerhead. Top of the hammerhead, 43. Alright, roll. Pitch.
Have traffic, Cessna 113. Downwind runway 23, Hammond.
Hammond traffic, 17 Quebec, left final, 23. Hammond.
3,200.
Traffic, Cessna.
What I was reading was the, on the competition turns, is you gotta set it to a minimum of 60 first. When I did it, I hit rudder and was pulling.
Traffic 113 is midfield left down.
He was talking about setting the cabane strut on the horizon.
Now, ball, you're on Cessna 113.
Okay, so what they were saying was you gotta set the angle first, then start the turn, and stop the turn, and then finish, and then roll it back to neutral. So, bank, promise you just send there, so it's a little bit more. So it'd be
10 Hammond traffic, motor glider 210 west, 1 mile northwest, entering on the left downwind for runway 23 over the road track.
Alright, I think that might have been too much. Alright, let's try it again.
Hammond traffic
40 speed is probably where I'm gonna be.
23 Hammond.
26 golf for final, 2 more cable.
Oh, fast.
Hammond traffic.
All right, so we learned what you would think are the simplest maneuvers are kind of tricky. I didn't really take too many notes. My slow rolls were trash and my competition turns were trash. I read about them this morning and I tried to do what they said to do, but I'm realizing I'm really bad. So I think I'm gonna break down all the maneuvers and just start practicing them individually and see the ones I struggle with the most.